If you guys are looking to buy a stacked NBA 2K19 account with a high overall and maxed out badges, make sure you hit up my boy Sports TMB. The link to his Twitter will be in the description. Click it, make sure you tell him that Dat Boy sent you, and he'll hook you up with the account of your dreams. What it do, what it does, YouTube. Today, we need to discuss a few things, all right? My last couple videos, y'all been showing love like crazy, but I think some of you are kind of misunderstanding what I'm saying. Now, the last two videos, I'll leave them in the description for you guys. I've kind of given my opinion on the gameplay and some of the things in the game that some people think need to be changed and things like that. So I'm gonna go into more detail so you understand where I'm coming from, okay? But the first thing, remember, this is a video game. First of all, I did not make the game. I play the game. If you want to complain to somebody, complain to the devs, man. I did not make the game. They did not come to me and ask me for my opinion. You got to talk to Annoying and Agent and all those bigger YouTubers. They don't come to me and ask me anything, okay? So I had no input on how this game was made. The next thing, remember these videos are just my opinion, man. I understand your opinion might be different. That's what the comment section is for. I'm reading some of these comments and you guys are like, you want to like fight me over this. Yo, it's okay to disagree with me. Just leave why down below. I have a platform here that I give my opinion. You might not always agree with it, and that's cool. Leave your comment down below. If you disagree, if you agree, and just give some thought behind it. You know what I mean? Don't just say you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking. Well, you could just tell me I'm an idiot, and hey, it is what it is. But anyways, let's get into what this is about, okay? Now, a lot of people are saying this build takes no skill, that build takes no skill. Of course, I play on a 7-foot stretch 4 this year. Everyone's complaining about that build. I just want to give some perspective. So in 2K17, for those of you that weren't around, I started like posting videos a few months into 2K17, and I had a post scorer. For those that didn't know that, I was a post scorer to start. I was an inside center post scorer, and all year people told me playing on a post scorer takes no skill. Anybody could fade away, anybody could drop step, anybody could post spin. So I'm like, damn, okay. So the next year, 2K18, I started off with a slashing rebounder. I ended up making a post scorer, a stretch big, a shot creating post scorer, a playmaking slasher, a 5'7" pure sharpshooter. I had a ton of builds. And no matter what build I played on, people would always comment, that build takes no skill. Oh, your stretch takes no skill. Your post takes no, your glass clean, all you do is set screens and rebound. And now this year, I make a stretch. And again, playing on that build takes no skill. Playing on a stretch takes no skill. So to me, and I understand it's the gaming community. Even in Call of Duty, it's like, yo, if you use the P90, you're trash. If you use, in Fortnite, if you use the rocket launcher, you're trash. It takes no skill. It's always going to be in games, but we're talking about 2K. And it's like, no matter what build you're playing against, you could say it takes no skill. Like, you could say a glass cleaner takes no skill. All you do is rebound and set screens. Or an athletic takes no skill. All you do is set screens and dunk. A sharpshooter takes no skill. All you do is shoot. A playmaker takes no skill. All you do is spam dribble moves. A shot creator takes no skill. All you do is shoot off dribble shot. I could go on and on and on. You're literally criticizing somebody for using the build they made in the way it's intended to be used. Like, I'm a pure stretch. I'm supposed to shoot threes. And I do that, and I shoot a good percentage. And I'm not saying I'm the best stretch or I'm the best player. And I say this all the time, and people still come to me and tell me, like, you think you're so good, like, you're the cockiest YouTuber I've ever seen. I say it all the time. I play this game for fun. Don't get me wrong. I try to win. You could call me a sweat. I want to win, but I'm not trying to make the 2K league. I'm not trying to be a professional 2K player. I don't think I'm the best player. I say that all the time. But I do try to win, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Would you rather watch me play this game and miss 5 out of 10 shots and, oh, I'm pulling up for 3, guys, and I miss again? Like, is that entertaining to watch somebody suck? I'd rather try to do my best and do well. Anyways, let's get back to the topic. You're criticizing somebody for using the build in the intended way. Like, you're talking about, oh, playmakers take no skill, you spam dribble moves. Well, the build is intended to dribble. It's a playmaker. You're supposed to beat people off the dribble and use your passing ability to set your teammates up. you make a sharpshooter, you're making the build to shoot threes. So why would you criticize someone for shooting threes? You could say that no build in the game takes skill. If you're gonna go by that logic, you could literally say there's no build in the game that takes skill. You know, oh, you made a lockdown. All you do is play defense and spot up in the corner because you get corner specialist. Well, isn't that why you would make the build? You understand where I'm going. And you could disagree, like I said. This is my opinion. So if you have a different opinion, you don't have to want to kill me. Like, I'm just a normal guy. Just leave your opinion down below and give some reason behind it like I do. I try to give you guys thought behind my opinion, the reasons behind my opinion. You know what I mean? Now, the next thing. Let's talk about the stretch specifically, because listen, like I said, a lot of you guys have been showing love, but a lot of people telling me, like, some people are nice about it, like, no offense to me in particular, but they just think the build itself is a cheesy build. And I might agree with that. I'm not gonna lie, like, you can shoot threes at a high percentage, so I guess it's cheesy. But the first thing about my stretch is it's not like I just spot up the whole time, catch and shoot all game. Like, I do things that a stretch big is not intended to do. I dribble, I go between the legs, behind the back, spin move, step back, green. Like, I do things that not every stretch build can do. And you guys tell me, you in my comment section to my game, like this gameplay here that you're watching, like, somebody's gonna comment and say, oh, you're trash with that stretch big, anybody could do what you're doing. Well, that's true, anybody could be a millionaire too, but not everybody is. It's not what anyone can do, it's what they do. And again, I'm not the best at this game, I'm not the best stretch, but I shoot 80% from three with my stretch, and it's not like I just spot up the whole game and use my Hall of Fame catch and shoot. Like, I'm dribbling, I'm shooting off dribble threes, which we're gonna get to, calm down. Shooting off dribble threes, I'm isoing, I'm running the pick and roll as the ball handler, I'm pick and popping, I do a lot of things. It's not like I just catch and shoot the whole game as a spot up in the corner. Like, I don't play spot up in the corner, I'm not a corner hoe. I'm involved in the offense, whether I'm handling the ball, whether I'm the screener, all that stuff, okay? Now, again, on the stretch, let's talk the stretch specifically, because that's what a lot of people want to talk to me about. And some people have praise, some people have criticism. Obviously, that's normal. I have no problem with that. The stretch build specifically, talking about how it's OP, it takes no skill, blah, blah, blah. It's not the stretch build itself. You guys complain a lot about the off dribble 3-pointers. You're a 7-foot tall player shooting fadeaway threes from limitless range. I agree with you. But when do I shoot those? You don't see me shooting that all the time. When I get takeover, that's when I shoot it. Now, I can hit them green occasionally without takeover, but it's not a good percentage shot, and I don't shoot bad percentage shots. I try not to, at least. I only shoot it when I'm in takeover. The problem is not the stretch big. The problem, if you think that shooting off dribble threes from limitless with a stretch big is the problem, you're wrong. It's the fact that takeover is that, like, I don't want to call it overpowered, but if you think that's a something that shouldn't be in the game, those limitless fadeaways, the problem is not the stretch, it's the takeover badge. And that goes for every build then. If you have a problem with shot creators shooting contested fades, they can hit them without takeover. But the only time it might feel like you're getting not cheated, but like there's nothing you can do about it, is when they're in takeover. A playmaker can get an ankle breaker on you, but it doesn't happen very often unless they're in takeover. So don't blame a stretch big for shooting off dribble limitless threes when it's not the stretch. It's the takeover badge, and that goes for any build, man. Any build. You can get a box out on a glass cleaner and get a rebound, but if he's in takeover, it's pretty damn tough to get a board on him. I'm not gonna lie. He sheds that box out like nothing. It goes for any build, man. A post scorer, you can defend a post scorer relatively well, but once he gets takeover, he's unstoppable. It's not the post scorer that's the problem, it's the takeover badge. If you have a problem with my stretch big shooting off dribble limitless threes, well, then you better have a problem with playmakers getting ankle breakers every time when they have takeover. You better have a problem with shot creators being able to shoot consistent contested shots with takeover. You better have a problem with post scorers being unstoppable, backing you down when they're in takeover. You better have a problem with the glass cleaners getting every single rebound when they're in takeover, and so on and so forth. Do not just criticize the build that I made. Obviously, you're watching a video with a stretch big, you're going to talk about a stretch big. I understand that, but I'm saying keep the criticism fair. The problem is not the stretch. The problem is the takeover badge itself on every single build. Now, if we want to talk shooting contests and all that, that's a different story. But all I'm going to say, I'm not going to get into detail because I could go off on that for a while. All I'm going to say is you guys, say like, oh, like, you're shooting bad shots with your stretch. I understand that. But at the same time, you act like I've never played against a stretch. I've played against a stretch big, and yeah, they hit some shots that, I might say like, damn, they let them hit that. But at the same time, I know what's a contested shot and what isn't. And there's times that I'm behind him or I'm on the side of him and I'm like, he's going to hit that if he released it properly because I didn't get a hand in his face. I didn't do anything to affect his jump shot. So he's going to make it. You guys act like I've never played against a stretch or a pure sharp. I just press up on them and don't give them an open look, or I try to at least. Obviously, it's not like I've never given up a bucket or I've never lost a game, but I'm playing against a pure shooter. I'm making sure he's not getting a clean look. I mean, I'm not going to compare it to real life, but essentially, if you're playing against, Klay Thompson, Kyle Korver, like you better make sure you're not giving them clean looks. They're going to knock it down. You got to have a hand in the face. You got to have a hand, up by the ball and really affect their shot. I know it's a game. I'm just making a little bit of a real life reference. You know what I mean? So that's just my thoughts. I wanted to clear that up for you. Again, you could say no build in the game takes skill. Like, what do you want me to make? A 5'7", like rebounding defender point guard and play on that? I mean, I don't know what some of you guys want from not only YouTubers, but just players in general on this game. You could literally say there's no build out there that takes skill if you want to look at it the way you guys are looking at it now. Again, this is my opinion, all right? If you disagree with it, then just comment down below why. Give some thought behind it. Don't just say everyone in this comment section is trash and you all use the cheesiest builds. It's, give some thought behind it and really explain yourself. Y'all ain't got to be toxic about it. Just talk about why you think, I'm wrong or I'm right or you have a difference of opinion or whatever the case may be. All right. It's a game at the end of the day. I think some people, I don't want to say take it too serious, but, it's like people are like beefing over like whether this build is good or not, or this build is cheesy or not. The stretch, the shot creator, all these builds I see on Twitter, people going to war about it. Like, hey, it's 2K19, baby. Like, the community's popping, everything is great. Like, let's all chill out. To me, it's a fun game. That's what we wanted. We wanted a fun game, and the devs gave us that. Sure, there's things that need to be fixed, like the glitches and all that. Inbounds glitch is still around and all that stuff. But hey, we got a good game, man. Let's enjoy it. Let's not try to tear it down one day at a time. Let's enjoy the game. All right. Hope you guys have a great night, and I'm out.